Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is why is gold important? And before we move further, please like and subscribe. So to understand why gold is important, you will have to consider 2 points. First is gold cannot be printed by governments. They can print any amount of fiat currencies like INR or dollars overnight, but the amount of gold that is there in the world remains limited. Second is extracting gold is also not very cheap, and the more you extract, the more expensive it becomes or more difficult it becomes to extract the gold. So these are the two factors that determine the value of gold ultimately. And as you can see from the current charts also, gold has a market cap of $23 trillion. That is more than the market cap of next 10 assets, and that includes Bitcoin and silver also. So that can give you a perspective how important gold is in the world and why it is considered a default hedge and why it is the reserve currency of the world, because fiat currencies are being printed by governments as per their requirements, and the more they print the fiat currencies, the more the value of that fiat currency depreciates and the gold becomes more and more expensive. So down the line also, governments will not stop printing fiat currencies, and gold will not be cheap as compared to the fiat currencies, right? So gold is going to keep its value in the market. There may be a smaller corrections over time, but ultimately gold is going to hold its value, and it is going to get appreciated. Another important aspect is this particular table that shows you that change in world's central banks reserve gold reserves, right? So as you may be knowing that the central banks are dumping dollars and US treasuries and buying more and more gold, and for the first time in last 30 years, gold holds more reserves than the US treasuries across central banks of different countries, right? Which shows you that the trust on the US markets and the US government is depreciating, and in coming months I feel like that more and more gold buying from the central banks is going to get increased, which again is going to drive gold's price much higher. One more important fact that people are waiting for is the Fed cut that is expected to be come out in the mid of September after the Fed's meeting. And as you can see that there is some correlation between Fed cuts and gold prices. So whenever there is some Fed cut, the gold price is soar. As you can see that from the June of 2000, whenever there is a Fed cut, the gold prices basically soar up. And given the inflation data that came out last week and the employment data that came out on Friday evening, uh, the Fed cut is expected to be at least 50 basis point, which I think is going to be a huge driving factor in increasing gold prices. So if you guys are holding any sort of gold, be it ETF or be it physical gold or a mutual fund, uh, based on golds, please don't sell it before the Fed rate cut is announced, because that is going to again drive at least some hike in the gold prices. So that is it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and please let me know your feedback in the comments. Thank you so much.